the Jasmine Crockett Clown Show: Privilege, Pettiness, and Political Theater. Welcome to a satirical journey through the antics and absurdities of modern politics, where privilege meets pettiness and every debate feels like a circus act. Get ready to laugh, cringe, and question the state of our political theater. Oh, Jasmine Crockett, where do we even begin? Let's talk about liars. Not the kind that fib about stealing cookies from the jar. I'm talking about the performative, self-righteous, holier-than-thou kind who pretend to be working-class warriors while sipping their almond milk lattes and silk blouses that cost more than your rent. Yep, that kind of liar. And Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett fits the bill like it was custom-tailored at Neiman Marcus. She talks about fighting for the underprivileged, yet she's often seen at high-end charity galas, arriving in luxury cars. She joins protests and rallies, but her designer clothes and accessories tell a different story. And let's not forget her frequent appearances at political fundraisers, rubbing elbows with wealthy donors in opulent settings, all while enjoying the perks of a lifestyle far removed from the average voter. Born in St. Louis, Missouri, Crockett was raised in a well-off household, attending none other than the Mary Institute and St. Louis Country Day School, an elite private college prep academy where tuition runs in the tens of thousands. This is not some rags-to-riches Cinderella story. This is more like a Park Avenue princess cosplay playing poor on Twitter for clout. After high school, she went on to Rhodes College, a respected liberal arts school in Tennessee, where she got her bachelor's degree in business administration. Because of course she did. Nothing says revolutionary of the people like majoring in capitalism at a $50,000 a year college. And then she headed off to the University of Houston Law Center for her law degree. Again, no small feat for someone who pretends she clawed her way up from the trenches. So, can we stop with the "I'm just a poor girl fighting for justice in a broken system" shtick? Jasmine's had more doors opened for her than a VIP at the Met Gala. The only struggle she's familiar with is when her Uber Eats driver forgets her soy sauce. She talks about economic hardship while flaunting designer clothes and vacationing in exotic locales. Her speeches on inequality ring hollow when she's stepping out of luxury cars and private jets, adorned in expensive jewelry. And yet, this is the woman who has the audacity, the gall, to go on stage, crack jokes about Governor Greg Abbott's disability, and call him Governor Hot Wheels. Yes, really, this wasn't a slip of the tongue. This wasn't a poorly worded moment. I'm not going to post the video because by now we have all seen it. And I don't want to give the bridge troll any more attention. This was a premeditated, smirking jab at a man who's been paralyzed from the waist down since 1984, after a massive oak tree fell on him while he was jogging. A man who has led the second largest state in the country through hurricanes, crises, mass migrations, a pandemic, and has championed significant legislation to improve the lives of Texans. You know, the same state this wannabe princess is from. And she's out here mocking his wheelchair like a teenage bully in a high school cafeteria. This wasn't even her first time. In a previous dig, she snidely asked, "Beto is rolling all around the state. Where is Abbott rolling to?" Talk about tacky. The woman has a whole routine built around disability jokes. Someone tell her it's 2025, not 1995 open mic night at the Comedy Cellar. What's next, Jasmine? Gonna start mocking veterans with prosthetics? Let's not give her any ideas. Obviously, she's trying to make up for her lack of class with all of her designer digs. She even took a jab at a fellow congressman's speech impediment, calling it a stutter fest. And let's not forget her inflammatory rhetoric about immigrants, suggesting they take a number and wait in line like everyone else. Her comments are not just insensitive, they're downright inflammatory. But wait, there's more. Crockett doesn't just aim low when it comes to Abbott. She has a whole enemies list, and at the top of it is Elon Musk. You know, the man who brought electric cars mainstream, put satellites in space, and employs tens of thousands of Texans through his Tesla and SpaceX operations. Crockett has been vocal about her disdain for Musk, criticizing his business practices and influence. I honestly think she is just jealous of his wealth and his ability to get it honestly. She's not a dumb girl. She's educated. But she's still pretty stupid in my book. She's accused him of exploiting workers and prioritizing profits over people. She even took to social media to rally support for her cause, calling for more accountability. And yes, she wanted to organize a protest against him on her birthday. And this is an elected official, for God's sake, because nothing says public servant like turning your petty vendetta into a party theme. But Elon's not alone in her sights. She takes jabs at Senator Ted Cruz any chance she gets, flinging half-baked insults with the maturity of a 14-year-old Reddit troll. Surprise, surprise. While Cruz is busy grilling federal agencies and calling out government bloat, Jasmine's over here on social media fighting imaginary fascists and boosting her TikTok views. Allegedly drunk in some of them too. Keep it classy, Crockett. I bet your mama sure is proud. She mocks his appearance, calls him names, and even shares childish memes. All while Cruz is out engaging with constituents and discussing policy. Her exaggerated faces and eye rolls on TikTok only add to the spectacle. Mind you, she is also a mother, which I just found out. Because there's no way that the most immature and ghetto woman in Congress is raising children. But I digress. She even tried to make waves by calling the Texas GOP terrorists. Because why not throw out some inflammatory nonsense when you're running low on relevance? But that wasn't all. Crockett has also accused her political opponents of being racist and misogynist, and has often used social media to amplify these claims. Her rhetoric has sparked numerous controversies, making headlines and drawing both criticism and support from various quarters. Let's be clear, Jasmine Crockett is not a trailblazer. This is the same woman. That said, the alleged $5,000 stimulus check would be nothing to the average family. I don't know about y'all, but $5,000 would be life-changing for me and a ton of people I know. She's not a fighter for the working class, she's a Twitter politician. A meme warrior. She was born with a silver spoon in her mouth and a Chanel bag in her palm. Let's be real here. She's an insult comic with a congressional badge and a TikTok account. Her entire persona is crafted for attention, not solutions. From her controversial tweets to her heated debates, everything is designed to go viral. She shows up at protests with catchy signs, but where are the policies? Attending flashy events and mingling with celebrities, it's all part of the show. Meanwhile, Governor Greg Abbott continues to lead with quiet strength. Despite being in a wheelchair, he's been a consistent, steady, pro-business, pro-freedom leader who actually gets things done, whether or not the liberal media chooses to acknowledge it. He doesn't clap back, he doesn't start Twitter fights, he governs. From disaster response to education reform and economic development, Abbott's actions speak louder than words. In stark contrast, Jasmine Crockett's tenure is marked by social media spats and public arguments. Abbott meets with community leaders and signs bipartisan bills, focusing on real issues. Crockett, on the other hand, often finds herself at the center of protests and controversy. Maybe Jasmine Crockett should try it sometime. But that would require maturity, and class, and accountability. And unfortunately for us, and Texas, those seem to be in short supply in her office. Her actions often reflect a lack of these essential qualities. It's time for a change, one that brings true leadership and responsibility to the forefront. Texas deserves better. We all do. Thank y'all for watching. If you like this video, please like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. And as always, stay classy, y'all. Classy.